Hey guys, I'm going to walk you through one of the examples from the book where you're writing an equation for the graph that involves absolute value. And we're going to end up with the absolute value of x minus whatever the average is and set it equal to the amount we can be off. So let's see what I mean by that. So the first thing I need to find is the average. The x is just going to remain the x. The average is going to be the average or the spot in between the 2 points that are graphed here on the line. So to find the average, I'm just going to do 11 plus 19. That obviously gives me 30. And then 30 divided by 2 means the average or the midpoint between those two places on the number line is right here at 15. So that is our average. So I'm going to replace that with a minus 15. And then the amount that we can be off. So I can see from my midpoint of 15 that if I travel from 15 to 9, that'll be plus 4. I'm going to travel from 15 to 11, that'll be a negative 4. So the amount that we're going to be allowed to be off is going to be plus or minus 4. So the equation I should write is the absolute value of x minus 15. That means the difference between the middle and the endpoints is going to be equal to the amount we can be off, which is 4. And I can actually test to make sure that I did it right too, because my x values, according to this equation, are going to be 11 and 19. So I can actually put 11 in here. 11 minus 15 is negative 4. The absolute value of negative 4 is 4. And then my other endpoint is 19. 19 minus 15 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. So I know that my equation is correct. I'm going to do another one for you real quick. Another example from the book, the one beneath it in the book. But we're always going to start off with the same format. Let me scoot my paper down here a little bit. Oops. There we go. It says write an equation involving the absolute value for the graph. Oops, it's kind of hard to see right here. But that's 17 and 27 that are graphed. So remember, it's going to be in the format x minus the average. So what we would expect to get is going to be equal to the amount we can be off. So first of all, to find the average, I'm going to take my two endpoints. I got 17 and 27. I'm going to add them together, divide by 2. So the midpoint is 22. So now I need to look and see the distance from one endpoint to the other. So from 22 to 17, that would go down 5. And from 22 up to 27, that would be plus 5. So I'm going to fill in the blanks here now with what I got. So I've still got the absolute value of x minus the average is 22. And I'm going to set that equal to the amount we can be off, which is 5 on either side. So the final equation is the absolute value of x minus 22 is equal to 5. I can check it and make sure I did it right, because my two endpoints are 17 and 27. So if I put 17 minus 22, that gives me a negative 5, and the absolute value of that would be 5. And then also my other endpoint is a 27 minus 22, which is 5. After I find the absolute value, it will also be 5. So I know for a fact that I made my equation correct.